I don't know who needs to hear this, but if your previous New Year's resolutions haven't worked for you thus far, you probably don't need to add any more into your life for 2025. You probably need to start taking some away. I feel like we get so bogged down with the culture of it's a new year, it's a new me, I'm going to make this year my best yet. Do we actually take the time to make room for those new things that we're trying to now add into our lives on top of all of the other things that we've currently got going on? I know that I can honestly say that I don't. Every year, the new year comes and I write out a list, all these things that I want to achieve and set changes that I want to have, all of the new hobbies that I want to start taking on. And I do absolutely diddly squat to make room for those things. I guess I'm starting to see it like going to a buffet with a plate of food that I brought from home with yesterday's leftovers still on the plate. And then I'm walking around the buffet with yesterday's leftovers, trying to pick up new bits of food, and my plate literally has zero capacity for any more, but I'm still trying. Then I'm wondering why all of these new things are not sticking to my plate and why they're falling off and why they're so messy and why it's causing mess for other people. And the truth is, it's because I haven't dealt with what's already on my plate. And after thinking about it, I've decided that for 2025, I don't want to add new things in my life until I've dealt with and managed what's already on my plate. I'm calling it the year of the strip back. I want to make my 2025 as simple as possible. I feel like in previous years, at the start of the year, I've thought of all of these elaborate plans to get my life to be the best version of itself. It's been around adding new hobbies into my life, trying to make new relationships, I put myself out there, which all of those things are great. But I find that what I'm fundamentally struggling with and the reason why I can't sustain all of those new things that I'm adding into my life is because I haven't perfected the basics, you know? And I guess what kind of brought this feeling on was the thought of one of my friends asking me, like, how is your dating life going? And I was like, it's going nowhere. And she kind of looked at me like, rah, like, why, you know? And I was kind of like, I don't know. I'm just not ready. That's what it is. I'm just not ready. And I think it's because my life has been stripped back so much this year, and it genuinely feels really, really peaceful. And I'm just not ready to add new stuff into my life yet. I'm just enjoying it being peaceful, and I'm not ready to add anything new just yet that could potentially jeopardize it without having my baseline. And so that's what I'm aspiring for this year, is to have a baseline of I feel good with what I've got before I start adding new bits into my life. So here's the plan. Just like this canvas, I'm giving it a fresh start and a fresh lick of paint so that I can make room for adding new things into my life. Because I've tried the old way, setting myself elaborate routines and trying to go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. Crazy. It burnt me out. And the reason why it burnt me out is because I had other things that I'm trying to do in life. There's other things that I haven't dealt with in life. And I'm here trying to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym. Like, what are we doing? I actually wanted to start painting this today, but I don't think it's going to happen because I need to wait for this to dry. But basically, I want a fresh canvas so that I can start painting a new piece. As you can see, I've got some artwork here that I've painted. I've got some more over there, and I've got other bits dotted around the room. So this is just another piece that I want to work on. And this piece had memories on it that I don't want on there anymore. So I'm trying to get rid of it. And put something new down for 2025. Anyways, so the plan is for my start of the year. Number one, throwing old things out. I've got a lot of physical crap that I'm holding on to. It's not to the extent of, like, let's say hoarding, but there's things that I hold on to because I'm like, oh, it's for the memories, and holding on to stuff for memories is great. But when it becomes clutter, it's no longer great. I've got clothes that I'm holding on to just because I'm just like, one day I will fit into that. Like, sis, you haven't. Did you get it? You haven't for a long time. It's not to say that it's not going to happen, but you just haven't. You know? Yeah, that needs to go. I just want to throw out stuff that I'm just holding on to that's just taking up space. I feel like by clearing out some of the physical, it will help with the mental clutter, you know? Less baggage and more room to breathe. Next thing that I want to do is build a regular routine for myself. I don't think I've had a regular routine for myself. I'm either one extreme or the other. I'm either setting a 50-step routine for myself that includes me waking up at 5 o'clock, doing this, doing that, doing a bit of journaling, then I'm gonna sit in the garden for 3 minutes to get some fresh air. I'm gonna go on the treadmill. And do you get what I mean? And it's draining, it's not sustainable, and I tend to burn myself out with that sort of routine. And then before I know it, one day will go by and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do it this morning, I'm really tired. And then I'll just never see that routine again. And I'm like, who is she? Who is she? Who is that routine? I've never heard of her. Like, it'll be like a month later and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot I was doing this. Like, heck, other end of the spectrum, me doing absolutely nothing. Me getting out of bed as close as humanly possible to the start time that I start work, rushing to get ready for work. And by the time I start work, I just feel so mentally drained already and I haven't even begun. I just want to start a routine for myself that is just regular. I don't want it to be draining. I want it to just be nice and mellow and just regular. Get up at 7 o'clock, jump in the shower, pray, go and get some breakfast, and actually try to stick to it. Basically, I don't want to do too much, okay? I've got a habit of doing too much and then burning myself out. I don't want to push myself too far that I can't keep up with myself. So let's reel it in, Siobhan. Also, the other thing that is messing up this idea of having a routine in my head is the time that I'm going to bed. Why am I going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning on a work night? When I'm working in the morning, why am I doing that? And it's not because I'm doing anything productive, mind you. I'm busy on Instagram. I'm busy on TikTok. I'm scrolling on YouTube. And I just need to pack that in. Do you get it? Like, it's not benefiting me in any way. It's not adding to my life. I think in my head, I almost see scrolling on my phone as a reward. Like, I will get into bed at like 9:30 with every inch of my body ready to sleep. But I'll be like, okay, let me give myself a little treat. Let me give myself a little treat. Go on it. Let me go on Instagram for like 10 minutes. Quick one turns into like 3-4 hours, and before I know it, I'm like, oh crap, the heck, when did that happen? Need to go to sleep. Got to wake up at 5 in the morning for my routine. And it's just ridiculous. I'm on my phone too much and I need to have a detox. I don't want to completely restrict myself from being on the phone. I need balance. So what I'm thinking is maybe set myself a time of like after 8 p.m, no more phone. I need to find something else to do. Read a book. Get off the phone. Get off, okay? You ain't got no calls, you ain't got late night calls like that no more, all right? For a reason, go and educate yourself. Go and open your mind, man. My head is full of memes. It's constant. Do you know how long I've been singing Nationwide for? I don't even bank with Nationwide. It's ridiculous. I need to get it together. The other thing that I want to look at for 2025 is being more resourceful with what I've already got on my plate. Not everything on my plate needs to be thrown away. Some things can be saved and used for the better. For example, why am I paying out a whole heap of money for a gym membership when I haven't even fixed the relationship that I have with food? Why am I doing that? Why am I buying supplements when I haven't even started taking the ones that I've got in the fridge? Why am I trying to add new things into my life when I don't even drink water? I'm dehydrated. I need to drink water. Like, until I can get the fundamentals of life right, I can't keep on adding new things in. I need to start drinking water. Do you get what I mean? I need to get that down before I start adding new things. So yeah, I just want to work on drinking more water, taking my supplements, getting a better diet and a better relationship with food, because right now my gut health is trash, but I want to join a membership at the gym. Why am I doing that? Get it together, Siobhan. Do you get it? And lastly, I want to focus on a better relationship with myself. I feel like this year has been, eye-opening so far. Good at encouraging me to spend more time with myself and enjoy spending time with myself. And I like the route that it's going down. So I want to look at more ways that I can encourage that in my life for 2025 and just not try and run from it, because it's a beautiful thing to be able to enjoy your own company and not be afraid to be alone and not feel lonely when you're alone. Like it genuinely is. When I first started doing it, I didn't hate it, but I felt like I was doing it out of survival. Now I feel like I'm doing it because I just enjoy being by myself. And that's not to say that I don't enjoy being with people. I love being with people. But I think the difference is now I've realized I don't need to be with people to be happy. I can enjoy being by myself. I want to find ways to encourage doing that more. My aim of 2025 is to deal with the leftovers before I move on to my next plate. And looking at what I've already got and seeing how I can be resourceful with that and develop a sustainable lifestyle for myself. I think that's everything I have to say. I also think that I'm actually finished with what I'm doing here. Might not look like much, but I made myself a fresh canvas, start painting something new on, which I'm really excited about. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. I'm doing it with my hand here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely week. Try to get the things done. If you can't get them done, write a list and do it tomorrow. Peace.